Hi everyone, today I'll be reviewing 4 nose products that I've highly anticipated to talk about for a very long time, but just needed a bit more time to try each product out more thoroughly. And so I'll begin with the first two, which are both nose strips, and they are these. This one right here is the Etude Greentea Nose Pack, and this one here is the Bamboo Charcoal Nose Pack by RedSkin. So even though the packages appear very similar, they are from two different companies. And inside, the product looks like this. This one right here is obviously the green tea one, and this one right here is the bamboo one. And in terms of texture, this one is a lot more thicker than this one. And in terms of performance, I think this one works better. Even though this nose strip does perform a lot better, it's very inconsistent. It's able to pull out a lot of white hairs, but out of the 9 strips I've used, only about 3 of them pulled out a lot, whereas some of them pulled out like an average amount, I'd say, and then some of them barely pulled out anything. And I find that for nose strips, it's very hard to gauge how much water to add on your nose before it actually adheres, because if you add too much water, it tends to make the substance on the nose strip slip off, so it doesn't really stick to your skin and won't pull out anything. And if you don't put enough, it doesn't stick at all, so it obviously won't take out anything. And then this one was quite bad. It didn't really do anything. It pulled out so few hairs that you could just count them in one glance. So I definitely don't recommend this product. This one right here I bought from a drugstore in Hong Kong called Sasa, and it was around 5 Hong Kong dollars each. Whereas this one right here was around $10, and it came in a package with 10 strips, and I bought it off an eBay seller. Then for the next two products that I'll be showing you, they're both in the form of liquids, and they are these two products. This one was also bought from Salsa in Hong Kong, and it's around $5 each, and it's made from Chinese traditional medicine, and it's from a company called Biomain, whereas this one right here is from a company called TheFaceShop, which is a Korean company, and it's called the Blackhead EX Nose Clay Mask. So for this one, I find that it doesn't really pull out whiteheads at all, so I was quite disappointed because most of the products that I bought, I wanted to actually use them to pull out whiteheads. The content inside this package looks like the Daiso charcoal mask, which is basically a black liquid substance. It's quite smooth and easy to work with. I think in one sachet you can use it for around like 2 to 3 applications on your nose, or you can even use it on your whole face, which is what I did, because it doesn't really adhere that strongly, so when you're peeling it, it doesn't really hurt. And I would definitely recommend the Daiso mask over this mask, just because you get more content in the Daiso one, and this one does perform pretty similar to the Daiso one, but the Daiso one works better. And the Daiso one and this one mainly function to pull blackheads, not whiteheads. Then I also tried the Blackhead mask from the TheFaceShop, which was something I was really looking forward to trying because I read many positive reviews online about it. But it didn't really work that well. It performed quite marginal. Overall, I noticed that it mainly pulled out whiteheads from the flatter areas on my face, like around here, the cheek area, and maybe some on here, but it barely pulled out any along the sides of my nose where it was a bit more angled, I guess. So overall, I wasn't that happy. Even the Daiso nose mask works better than this one, so you should try that one out instead if you are going to try one of these nose masks. Overall, I found that the product that hurt the most when you took it off was this strip right here. The first time I used it, I was going to cry because it felt like I was peeling my own skin off. It adheres really strongly to your skin, and you have to peel very slowly so that you don't hurt yourself. But it really does work, I guess. And then this one doesn't really adhere on your skin too well, so it doesn't really hurt when you pull it off. This one, I would say, adheres decently well, but it doesn't hurt that much, even though it did slightly. and this one doesn't really hurt at all. So out of the 4 products that I just talked to you about, I would say I would consider repurchasing the Greentea one because it does work, and the rest of them I wouldn't repurchase at all because they hardly performed. And I hope you enjoyed this review and found it informative. I am trying out a few more like nose products that I have bought just in hopes to find a really good one. So I'll be reviewing those in the near future. And thanks for watching.